Many of us feel that the financial system is somehow stacked against us, the average person. It often operates with a set of unspoken rules that seem to benefit a select few. This feeling isn't entirely unfounded, as complexities and opaque structures can indeed create an uneven playing field. For many, the world of finance appears daunting, a labyrinth of jargon, complex instruments, and endless regulations. This intimidation often leads people to disengage, allowing others to control their financial destiny. However, this approach only perpetuates the feeling of being an outsider. Understanding the fundamental rules of this financial game is the key to empowerment. It transforms you from a passive observer into an active participant, capable of making informed decisions. Knowledge dispels the fog of confusion, revealing opportunities where there once seemed to be only obstacles. Our goal here is not to rail against the system, but to equip you to navigate it successfully. We aim to help you win despite any inherent disadvantages you might perceive. This means learning to play smart, not just playing hard. This discussion will break down several crucial, often overlooked financial principles. By mastering these foundational concepts, you can build a robust financial future. We will demystify the mechanisms at play, giving you the tools to take control. Inflation is a silent, insidious force that constantly erodes the purchasing power of your money. It means that over time, your dollar simply buys less than it used to. This diminishment happens so gradually that many people barely notice its impact day to day. Most individuals do not fully grasp how relentlessly inflation eats away at their savings. Money sitting idle in a low-interest savings account is effectively losing value every single year. It's a slow leak that can drain your financial future if unaddressed. Recognizing inflation's profound and continuous impact is absolutely essential for long-term financial planning. It underscores why simply saving money is often not enough to preserve your wealth. You must actively work to counteract its effects. To protect and grow your financial health, you need to invest in assets that have the potential to outpace inflation. Your investments must generate returns greater than the rate at which prices are increasing. This is a non-negotiable aspect of wealth preservation. The primary goal here is to ensure your wealth not only maintains its value but actually grows in real terms over time. This proactive approach safeguards your future financial security. It allows your money to work as hard for you as you work for it. Consider assets like real estate, stocks, or certain commodities as potential inflation hedges. Historically, these asset classes have demonstrated a capacity to deliver returns that often exceed the rate of inflation. Diversification across such assets can further strengthen your position. These investments are key tools in your arsenal for protecting your purchasing power. Taxes are an unavoidable cost of participating in any modern economy. They fund public services and infrastructure, making them a fundamental part of societal function. However, the tax system is incredibly complex and often changes. It is critically important to understand how the tax system works, even in its broad strokes. Ignorance can lead to missed opportunities or, worse, penalties. Understanding empowers you to make smarter financial decisions year after year. Fortunately, there are many legal and ethical strategies available to minimize your tax liabilities. These are not loopholes for the wealthy, but tools accessible to everyone. Learning and applying these strategies can significantly impact your net wealth. A prime strategy involves utilizing tax-advantaged accounts like 401(k), IRAs, and HSAs. These accounts offer significant tax benefits, such as tax-deferred growth or tax-free withdrawals, under specific conditions. They are powerful engines for long-term wealth accumulation. Another important tactic is claiming all eligible deductions and credits. These can reduce your taxable income or directly lower your tax bill. Staying informed about current tax laws and working with a qualified professional can help you maximize these benefits. Strategically managing your investments for tax efficiency is also crucial. This includes understanding concepts like capital gains taxes and tax loss harvesting. Timing your investment decisions can make a substantial difference in your after-tax returns. The overarching goal is to minimize the tax impact on your overall wealth accumulation, not to illegally avoid taxes. You want to pay your fair share, but also ensure you are not overpaying. Smart tax planning keeps more of your hard-earned money working for you. Debt is a powerful, double-edged sword of financial leverage. It can be a vital tool for progress and wealth creation when used intelligently. However, it can just as easily become a crippling burden if misused or misunderstood. Used wisely, debt can be a powerful tool for acquiring assets that appreciate in value or generate income. Think of a mortgage for a home or a business loan for a growing enterprise. These debts facilitate asset acquisition, which is wealth building. Conversely, debt can quickly become a heavy anchor, dragging down your financial progress. High-interest consumer debt, for example, can trap individuals in a cycle of payments that yield no lasting asset. This kind of debt drains resources and potential. It is absolutely critical to understand the different types of debt and their associated interest rates. High-interest debt, like credit card balances, demands urgent attention. Lower-interest debt, such as a mortgage, can be managed differently. Furthermore, you must fully grasp the potential risks that debt carries. Unforeseen circumstances like job loss or illness can make debt payments unsustainable, leading to severe financial distress. Always consider your capacity to repay. We strongly advocate for responsible debt management as a cornerstone of financial health. This means borrowing only what you truly need and can reasonably afford to repay. It involves planning and discipline to avoid falling into debt traps. Prioritizing the repayment of high-interest debt should always be a top financial goal. The exorbitant interest charges on credit cards or personal loans can quickly erase any financial gains you make elsewhere. Tackle these first to free up your cash flow. Equally important is avoiding unnecessary borrowing altogether. Before taking on new debt, always ask yourself if the purchase is truly essential or an investment. Resist the temptation of instant gratification that comes with easily accessible credit. Your focus should be on using debt strategically to build wealth, rather than allowing it to become a financial anchor. When debt helps you acquire income-generating assets or enhances your productive capacity, it serves a beneficial purpose. Otherwise, it is best avoided. Understanding the fundamental difference between assets and liabilities is absolutely essential for building lasting wealth. This distinction forms the core of the entire financial game. Without it, your efforts might be misdirected. The most critical distinction is this: assets are things that put money into your pocket. They generate income, appreciate in value, or both, contributing positively to your net worth. They are the components of your financial freedom. Conversely, liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. They incur costs, generate expenses, or diminish in value, reducing your net worth. These are financial obligations that demand your resources. Examples of assets include investments in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds that pay dividends or grow over time. Rental properties that generate steady income are also prime assets. Even a successful business you own qualifies as an asset. On the other hand, examples of liabilities are numerous and often deceptively common. Mortgages and car loans, while sometimes necessary, are liabilities because they obligate you to regular payments. High-interest credit card debt is a particularly damaging liability. The key takeaway is to prioritize acquiring assets and systematically minimizing your liabilities. Your financial strategy should always lean towards accumulating items that generate wealth. Simultaneously, shed those financial burdens that drain your resources. Your ultimate goal should be to build a strong, positive financial foundation. This means having more assets than liabilities and ensuring those assets are generating enough income to cover your necessary expenses. This is the path to true financial independence. We encourage a fundamental shift in focus. Move away from spending on liabilities that consume your income. Instead, dedicate your resources to investing in income-generating, appreciating assets. This reorientation is the engine of wealth creation. Our goal throughout this discussion has been to demystify the complex financial landscape. We hope to have stripped away the intimidation factor, revealing the underlying mechanics. By understanding these principles, you gain clarity and confidence. We have aimed to provide you with knowledge and practical tools for effective navigation of the financial world. These aren't abstract theories, but actionable insights that you can implement in your own life immediately. Your financial journey starts now. Understanding these fundamental rules empowers you to make informed, strategic decisions about your money. You are no longer at the mercy of opaque systems or vague advice. You become your own most effective financial advisor. This empowerment significantly increases your chances of achieving long-term financial success and security. By playing the game with knowledge and intention, you can rewrite your financial future. The game may have seemed rigged, but now you know how to win anyway.